If there's one thing I'm going to do, it's buy myself nice things. And this year for my birthday, I decided that I wanted to treat myself to a few items I had on my wish list for my apartment, starting with a bedside table. I've had my eye on this particular piece for maybe a year. It retails for $500. However, I recently saw that it was marked down to $398. So I took that as a sign from the universe to snag it. In the end, it all came together and gave me the dreamy Pinterest bedroom vibe I was going for. Then I saw that Smeg had the toaster and electric kettle in chrome as well. Clearly, I'm sticking to a theme here. And I'd been in desperate need of a toaster after my original one failed me. I had considered the Smeg toaster at the same time that I was viewing the Alessi one. And really, I ended up going with the Alessi toaster mainly for aesthetic purposes because until that point, I'd seen nothing like it. As for the kettle, I've been getting more into tea lately and trying new teas. Also, when I'm cleaning and need hot boiling water, the pot was just not gonna cut it anymore. So yeah, these were without a doubt the best birthday gifts from me to me in this season of my life, and I'm really happy with them. There's a girl on the phone in the courtyard and she's just having a full-blown conversation on speaker. No shade to her, but I like to record and I don't know if you guys would be able to hear her. So yeah, I don't know what to do. I mean, we might just get started. I'm here about to soak off my nails. I cut them down. Will it focus? There we go. Yeah, I cut them down, but my cuticles look disgusting. It's 3:05, which means we're going to start losing light soon. I am going to try to make this quick. I realize that I am not a long nail girly anymore. Like, I feel handicapped when I have on long nails. I don't know what the deal is. I love going on Pinterest and I'm saving so many really cute nail designs to my nail board, but realistically, I don't think that I'm ever gonna be able to try those out unless it will work on short nails. Even these, I just feel like I have cement on my fingertips and I don't like that. I did Gel X, which I love, but yeah, I'm over them. Anywho, while I soak these bad babies off, I thought that it would be a great time to catch up with you guys. Fill you guys in on what I've been up to and how I'm gonna be getting my life together. So, for starters, I'm back in LA. I've been back in LA for some time now, for about a month and a half. I've been back and I was ready to be back. I miss being home. I miss my apartment. Just coming back and trying to find a groove and get settled. It took a while because I had two loved ones visit back to back. So one leaving and then me having about 10 days in between the other one arriving. I didn't really get to get my bearings together, but we had a lot of fun. We had so much fun. We went out to eat a lot, which I'm gonna get into in the segment where I talk about how I'm getting my life together. Drank a lot of good cocktails, had loads of fun. I love when people come to visit me. I am like a baby Kris Jenner. I love to host. I love to cook. I actually make an itinerary. Every time I have someone coming in town to visit, be it their first time or fifth time, I usually try to get an idea of what they want to do. If there's any places that they've had their eye on and they've been wanting to try, I will make an itinerary based off of that. So Some of my friends are more artistically inclined and they want to go to galleries and museums and check out different exhibits, whereas others are more culinary focused and they like to have unique or one-of-a-kind culinary experiences, or just like to go somewhere chill and have a great meal. I'm such an idiot. Hold on. I just realized I did not file this stuff off my nails. What else did I do since I've been back? Oh, I went to see Drake. It was fun. It was a great show. My best friend and I have a ritual. We typically go see him whenever he's in concert as we enjoy his music. For All the Dogs just came out, and I have a theory. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, as in I don't know this for a fact, but just a theory that I have, because I saw a lot of discourse online that people felt this album, For All the Dogs, was really immature, and I don't disagree, except I have another take. He released, if I'm not mistaken, Certified Lover Boy. Was that the name of that one? I think so. Honestly Nevermind, which, contrary to popular opinion, is probably my favorite Drake album. But I'm a house girl. Anyone who knows me knows I'm a house girl. I love house music. It's my happy music. It's my happy place. So I could be biased, but it was, to me, one of his best works yet. And then we have For All the Dogs. Saying all that to say that those three albums targeted three different audiences. Like, Drake's fan base is so vast that he's not going to please every single one of his fans with every album, especially because he's so creative and he has such a diverse sound range that I think he probably has a hard time when it comes down to picking and choosing which songs he wants to go on his albums. And so what he's done is try to include a song for everybody on each album for the most part. And I do feel like this album, For All the Dogs, is definitely for the kids. It is definitely for the younger Gen Z fan base. I'd say because of some of the lingo, like those of us that have grown up with Drake. He's a few years older than me, but I was listening to him. I have an itch. I was listening to him when we had to rip his songs off LimeWire and download it off of Hot New Hip Hop. Like when he was dropping his songs with Licky Lee and dropping Sooner Than Later, and what was this, Replacement Girl with Trey Songz. You know what I mean? So that was a different Drake, and we've seen so many artists evolve and change. Look at The Weeknd. I was a huge Weeknd fan. I can't really get into his new stuff personally, but that doesn't mean that he's not a great artist, like, and really talented, because he clearly is. But just the sound that he's going for with his new music is not really up my alley. But anyway, For All the Dogs, I do have a few favorites so far. I'm not crazy about the whole project, and it could be because I'm just in a different place in my life and I'm enjoying other types of music, so some music is just not gonna hit the same or resonate with me the same as it did in the past. I don't know, but there are a couple of bops on the album that I've had on repeat, specifically Santa 7969. I think that's what it's called, or 7969 Santa. Anywho, going back to the tour, he put on a great show. I love the part of his set when he DJs for the crowd and does a little dance mix. That was really fun. My only issue was the crowd. I don't know what was with the crowd. I don't know. And this is the first concert that I've been to in LA. I mean, I've been to smaller concerts, but this is the first major artist that I saw in LA, and the crowd was just, they didn't really bring the energy that I expected. In New York, it's wild. What are those small ass venues in New York? I can't even, Carnegie Hall, or what's that one down by Union Square? Damn, it's not coming to me right now. But I saw Party Next Door. Their a.k.a. Twigs had a show there. I'll put it on the screen. No matter what size the venue in New York, I don't know, the crowd is just, been crazy. So that was another experience. But overall, it was a fun time, and it was something I got to do, a tradition I got to keep with my best friend. I don't know if he goes on tour again, because I know he's taking some time off, if I'll go, but we'll see. We'll see. Depending on if he drops another project in addition to all the dogs, which I'm sure he will. By the time he goes on tour, we'll see. And yeah, I've just been hanging out, doing fun things with my friends in and around LA. But on another note, with my birthday coming up, I started to think about the ways in which I need to get my life together. Things that I need to do a better job at for and with myself. For example, work. Now, a lot of you have been here since I quit my job and moved to LA video. That's how a lot of you have found my channel. And I had someone ask me on a video recently if I could do a video on what I've been up to work-wise, and what the nature of my work looks like now, because they've been following me since that video. And so I thought that I would talk a bit about that. For those of you who don't know, I've mentioned it briefly in other videos, but never really got into the details of it. So I am a full-time freelance creative. At the moment, my focus is social media consulting, but I also do obviously content creation and a little bit of social media strategy and management. And the needs vary client by client, but for the most part, it's pretty straightforward and it's flexible for me as someone who's building my own ecosystem, so to speak. It works for me. I'm learning so much. I get to meet so many different people, and just staying on top of different changes, new additions across the social media landscape. Not only does it help my clients, but it helps me as well. So it's good for me that I'm staying within, this world across the board. And most of my clients I met by referral, or I met out in the wild networking. For those of you who don't know, before my career in fintech, I was actually a full-time freelancer. So I was doing a bit of content creation. At that time, it was not really called content creation. So I knew people, and I had a network from that time in my life. And I already knew what I was going to do when I left my job once I had my sabbatical and had my time to kind of get settled here in LA and have time for myself, because I needed that. And yeah, so work has been good externally. In the last month or so, since we're in the final quarter of the year, my focus has been locking in contracts with my current clients and new clients for 2024. Most of my clients are on a annual contract, so that's really nice, and it makes me feel secure financially. And I'm glad that it still provides me that room to travel and move at my own leisure and work on my own personal projects. That's really good for me. I have limited my clientele to 4. I realize that I can't commit to more than that at a time if I don't want things to fall by the wayside with my own stuff. Like I can't do that. And that brings me to my next thing, being more consistent and disciplined with my own projects. I'm always working on something. I'm always trying something new or tweaking something that I'm already doing, reassessing what's working, what's not working. And lately I've done a better job of that, showing up on my social media more, showing up on Instagram more. I created a new account. If you don't follow me there and you would like to, check it out, have a look. So yeah, I've been showing up on Instagram more, building my nest there. I created a new TikTok literally like 2 days ago. So building that up. You can find me on there too. And yeah, I put together a loose strategy for myself with Instagram and TikTok, just to test some things out and test out a few theories that I have, and also test out a few recommendations that I've gotten from others in this space. So yeah, there's that. YouTube, I started out posting weekly, and now I post like every other week. I have missed a few uploads since I was traveling and trying to stay present and also have a balance of me time. But I'm still feeling out what I want my upload schedule to be for YouTube, if I want to go back to uploading weekly or if I want to stick to a bi-weekly upload schedule. I need to be realistic about it, and I want to set realistic expectations for my followers. I'm so grateful for all of you that are super supportive and understanding and continue to watch my videos every time I upload and comment and follow me on other accounts and DM me and write me and just, you know, staying in the loop with me. I really do appreciate that. Okay, I'm gonna try to breeze through the last leg of how I'm gonna be getting my life together because the sun is trying to go to sleep. I would say that the main theme around getting my life together is discipline, 1000%. Because when I wrote everything out, I'll probably put some nail dust on my face, but that's all right. When I started writing everything out, I'm like, yeah, it's all about discipline. For example, something else that I want to do a better job of is waking up at the same time every morning. And the time that I've settled on is 6 a.m. 6 a.m. for me is just that sweet spot. Like, it's still kind of dark out or the sun is just coming up, depending on what time of the year it is. Now we're entering like peak fall season, so the sun is gonna rise a little later. And I don't know, I feel like it's so quiet around that hour. I'm able to meditate and be in my zone and set my intentions for the day and for the week and just in general in life. Regardless of what, now at present, I still meditate every morning, regardless of what time I wake up. But I don't have a consistent time that I'm getting up and starting my day, and I don't like that. Also, working out. When I'm traveling or when I have friends in town, I'm eating like a menace. It's so bad. And don't get me wrong, I try not to guilt myself or get in my head about it too much because I love, again, exquisite culinary experiences, but not to the point where it's fucking with my body and the way that I feel when I'm going overboard, basically. And I'm gonna be going to New York for the holidays, so I'm like, okay, you need to figure out how you're gonna approach your social life in New York. So this is my way of getting a head start on that. Now, I have to get back into the habit of moving my body every single day. In New York, it's so easy for me because I'm walking a lot. I always have some place to go, or maybe not have some place to go, but have some place that I want to go. I'm always going on adventures. I saw a TikTok video recently from this creator who said New York is a city of discovery and LA is a city of destination. And the way she broke it down was that you could just leave your house and go explore in New York. You can't really do that in LA. There is really no walking in between. And don't get me wrong, I walk in LA. I make it, and I know I probably look crazy. It's very uncommon here where people are walking to go do something because LA is a city of cars. She hit the nail on the head with that one. So I obviously don't do as much walking in LA as I do in New York. And that has affected me and my body. And I would be lying if I said that I was happy with my body right now. I'm not. But I know that it's my doing and it's under my control. So the solutions that I've come up with is to get some sort of movement in my day every single day. Whether it's a workout, whether I'm going down to the gym. I have a gym. I pay for that. That's roped into my mortgage. Do you hear me? That's roped into my rent, and I don't utilize it as much as I should. I do when I'm just here living life and yada yada, but when I have company or I'm moving around a lot and have a lot going on, I have not built that type of relationship with myself and with my body where I'm prioritizing movement every day. And so that's something that I'm definitely going to do because I have to do it. I have to. It's important for me to, Jesus Christ. It's so important for me to feel good about myself, about my body. I love clothes. I love clothes so much, and I realized I don't make much fashion content on my channel, but I'm gonna start incorporating more style and personal style content on my channel because it's such a big part of who I am. I went to school for design, and so yeah, me getting my body together, getting it where I want it to be is top priority. And it's not just about looking good, but feeling good, like me feeling good in my body. So that's top priority. And lastly, reading more books. I was the biggest bookworm when I was a kid. I'm an only child. I had to keep myself busy. I had to keep myself entertained. Don't get me wrong, I had my sibling cousins, but I really valued my alone time, and I still do. But I don't read as much as I used to. And there are books that I have in rotation, one of which is The Law and the Promise by Neville Goddard, which I've been studying his works since I was 23, maybe, so over a decade. And he has really great books, but the one that I find myself picking up time and time again is The Law and the Promise. However, by recommendation of a fellow creative, I recently ordered Rick Ruben's book. It's called The Creative Act, A Way of Being. I haven't started reading it yet, so I'll keep you guys updated there, but I'm really excited to flex those brain muscles again in that way and get inspired and receive newfound perspective. While I read a lot, it's usually on my phone. And I have such a love of books. I love the way that they smell. I love the way that they feel. I love highlighting and bookmarking physically. Maybe it's something nostalgic about it that really, revs me up. But something that I'm adding to my routine is reading for 45 minutes to an hour a day, be it the first hour that I wake up as I'm having my breakfast or when I get into bed at night. And I'm sure it'll vary based on the day and what I have going on and how I'm feeling, but that is something that I'm really excited to bring back into the fold of my routine. And yeah, that's it. I'm still soaking my nails. Probably have about 15 to 20 more minutes of soaking left to do. So I'm gonna clean, submit something for a client, and eat because I'm starving actually, now that I think about it. What time is it? 4 o'clock. I've been hungry kind of early. I need to do a better job eating lunch or a snack, a healthy snack midday, because I don't like to eat dinner too early, then I end up hungry late, and I don't eat late. I don't eat after 8 p.m. unless someone scheduled a dinner, like a late dinner, which is very rare. I like to eat between 6 and 7. That's my sweet spot. But yeah, I'm gonna finish doing this, do all those other things, and edit this vlog so that I can get it up and out to you guys. Actually excited about editing this one and seeing the final result. I think it's gonna be a fun one. But yeah, I love and appreciate each and every single one of you. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you for hanging out with me, and I will see you soon.